Alright, so you guys saw the video of the conditioner that I bought last night on the auction. Bought this hoist as well. I got one each of those hinges, but I gotta make some more hinges so when I put it on the wagon, it's gonna go on that wagon that lost the floor and the apron. That's gonna get turned into a dump wagon. And I also bought a second hoist. So once the other wagon shits the bed, this hoist is going to go under the other wagon. This is a brute right here. Supposedly this was on a truck. Don't know for sure, but that's what they said, it was on a truck. So I got the two hoists and the conditioner. I bought the conditioner because I have the 4-row stock chopper, but I don't like it. It works okay, but I think I'm going to sell that and just use that conditioner on the corn stalks. And the conditioner has other options that it can be used for as well. Backup hay bine, whatever type of deal. Shredding stalks. Trying to salvage a shitty corn crop where there's a lot of grass in it, and you use the chopper and you get the corn with a little bit of grass. Then all the other grass got run down to the ground, which is fine. Basically, it's dry laying in the field, and then this thing sucks it up off the ground, mows it off, and kind of shreds a little bit, so it'll make bedding. You see, I'm feeding along the fence in there for the cows. There's still, I don't know, like 6 acres of corn at the other farm, chopping every day to feed the cows. They're kind of making a mess, but it is what it is. And then I have this field and this one down here to combine whenever they're ready to go. Combine and pick. But tomorrow I have to go pick up another piece of equipment that I bought. Basically, I bought it as an insurance policy so I don't have this issue happen again. Now, I guess I've never really made a video explaining the problem here. So I went to conventional corn this year to try and get away from Roundup for a few years. And if I can make it work, maybe get away from Roundup forever. Who knows? This year did not work very well. Before I even bought my seed, I consulted an agronomist on a spray program to control the weeds in this corn. Now, most of these fields, when I planted, I sprayed Roundup to kill all the grass and stuff that was already growing. Which, okay, Roundup only kills what's already growing. It doesn't take care of anything else. I was told by this person that I could spray this chemical in my corn up to knee high or a little before knee high to take care of the grasses and the weeds. That was not the case. The chemicals that they told me, or that they sold me, were a pre-emerge, not a post-emerge. We were under the impression that it was a post-emerge, so it didn't do anything for us. As you can see, we have plenty of grass in our corn, so we are going to have some very grassy bedding when we chop these stalks. Now, what did the grass do? It really put a damper on our corn production. Got a lot of small cobs. Some plants don't have a single cob on them at all. And then there's spots where there's beautiful, biggest cobs I've ever seen. So, anyways, the piece of equipment I bought, I'm calling it an insurance policy. So if this happens again, I'm not big into tillage, but I bought a cultivator that I got to pick up tomorrow, like I say, bought on an online auction. So if for some reason I have a weed outbreak and I can't get chemicals to take care of it, I have a cultivator that I can cultivate my corn. For $100, couldn't pass it up. The toolbar alone to me is worth $100 because I want to next year broadcast cover crops into my corn at knee high, and I can use that toolbar and put like a Gandy applicator on it to drop seed down between the rows. So I got to pick up the cultivator tomorrow, and then I bought On that auction there was two 8 by 15 6-bolt wagon rims I bought so I can mount some tires on half for spares, because typically when I'm going I get flat tires. So the idea is, here in the next couple weeks, that wagon is going to get a hoist put underneath it. The roof is probably going to come off. The front part's going to come off. We're going to get a steel plate to weld on the front. And then obviously Forge King already has a door on the back. So these wagons, or this wagon right here, I'll be able to use for chopping, for picking corn, for hauling corn. When I combine, I can dump the combine into it. So basically I can use it for more than just chopping. Trying to think, what I might do is the plate of steel that I put on the front, I might actually bolt it on there and see if there's somehow that I can make it where I can make it so it's like a hinge door where I can drop it down, and then I can always pull it behind a square baler if I want, because we're kind of thinking about getting a small square baler too, for small squaring our straw and probably some hay for the horse and the calving barn. But I went to an auction a couple weeks ago and there's a 24T on there, and it brought more than I wanted to spend, so I didn't buy that one. But there isn't really anything left to bale this year for small squares anyways. It's getting to be where the dew is on the ground until noon, and it's not really good drying weather anyway, so we'll see what happens next year. But anyway, so that's what the hoists are for. I'm gonna turn them into dump wagons. They're obviously only gonna hold about 2/3 what they hold now. I could always build extensions for the tops of the wagons. I could weld stake pockets onto the sides there and make sideboards to make it so the sidewalls are just as high as that roof is now. But my bale wagon, which you guys, some of you remember, I cut the crap off of that. That used to be a chopper box just like this. When I bought it, didn't have the roof. So I've used one of these in the past without a roof on it, and yeah, they say they only hold about 2/3 of what they hold when they have the roof on. So whatever, it's just more loads to fill or whatever. But making these two wagons more universal helps me, because I don't have to worry about buying more gravity boxes, especially when we're trying to do corn or whatever. It just gives me 2 more wagons to fill that hold a hell of a lot more than a gravity box does. But anyhow, so that's what's going on there. You got, like I say, you guys saw a little bit of footage of shredding that back right field. I've got this field to shred tomorrow, the grass and stuff in there. I got the grass done in the cornfield on the other side of the hill. We're in our tornado warning right now, and it's supposed to rain tonight, so I wanted to get the back one shredded. That way, worst come to worst, I can just take the tedder out there and ted it. But then it's supposed to be nice for a few days, so I'm hoping to get this stuff all baled, and then get these fields at home planted in rye, and then that field on the other side of the hill planted in rye, and then the rental ground over there at the other farm. I don't know what I'm going to do over there for sure yet, but I'll shred all that too after I'm done getting the corn off. But I'm going to keep chopping for the cows every day until that corn is too dry and they won't eat it no more. So that'll be a while yet before we do that one over there. But anyways, I'll probably just post a picture on the community page tomorrow when I get that other piece of equipment home, just so you guys can see it. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know if I'll ever use it or not, but I bought it as an insurance policy just in case. But next year the plan is mix those pre-emerge herbicides with the Roundup when I spray a planting. Hopefully it'll hold the grasses off until knee-high. Then hopefully we won't have to spray again. But if it doesn't work, we'll have a cultivator here that we can use if we absolutely have to. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more, and one of these days we'll make another video doing something. I bought a New Holland cut conditioner today. Actually, I bought it last night on an auction. I went and picked it up today, along with a couple wagon hoists. So brought this mower home and hooked it to the tractor, greased it, went over a few things, and we're out here running her, doing a pretty good job mowing the grass and weeds and corn stalks that got missed right off of the ground. I know my window is dirty, but of course we're under a tornado warning right now. Yay. Ain't slowing us down though. Get this mowed off. This crap can start to dry. Some green grass in there again. Some of the stalks are still green. But I want to get this mowed so I can get it raked and baled for bedding, and then get winter rye planted. Really good job of sucking that down stuff up and mowing it off. Trying to make the best of a bad situation. So our corn yielded about half of what it typically would for silage. But if I mowed it with the hay vine, like you can see on the outside there, I mowed them rounds I made that video of. It yielded about the same as what the corn silage would have, being you cut all the grass with it. But I didn't really want all that grass in the silage pile, so I chopped with the 1 row in the New Holland, and I figured I'd come back because I was watching this thing on an auction. I was going to buy it one way or the other, or borrow the neighbor's that has one, and do this to get the grass up so I can bale this for bedding. The cows can pick through and eat what they want or lay on it. But I didn't want it all in the silage pile. So anyways, it's nice when you spend basically scrap price on something, bring it home, hook it up, and it actually works. It works really well. I think it actually works better than the neighbors. I think this one, the flails or the cups or whatever on the bottom are almost brand new. So it's doing a really good job. First thing I did when I brought it home was I went around the other field and I mowed the edges right tight to the brush or the swamp and everything, so you wouldn't have trees growing out into the field. Apparently I must have accidentally paused my video. So anyways, yeah, hooked it up, greased everything, and away we went. Been mowing for a couple hours now with it. Pretty impressed, pretty happy. It's not doing a perfect job, but at least now when I come through with the drill, I'll be able to see where I was planting. The stuff I cut with the hay vine on the outside, I've got that planted already. But I tried coming in this grassy stuff and being all the grass is laid down the same way as the corn rows, you can't see where the drill has been. So this had to get done anyways. But so yeah, anyhow, got us a new idea cut conditioner. Got our own now.